My mic is muted. What's up, world? How you doing? How you doing on this evening? How's your Thursday going? How's your day? Hope everyone had a blessed day today. So y'all know, thank you for tuning in to Talk with TZ presents Venus versus Mars. Of course, I'm your host, TZ. I'm in the building. I'm back with another topic tonight. We're going to talk about some things. But y'all know before we get started, or before I even get started, before playing my music, I wanted to talk a little bit about the event that I'm going to be a part of Saturday, the 26th, from 1 to 6 p.m. It is called Literacy Equals Life, the return of Dr. Umar Johnson. He will be at the Swift Factory in Hartford, Connecticut. I am one of the guest speakers. So you guys, if you want to come through, show support. It's a youth program. I mean, not a youth program, but it's a youth event. It's for the youth, adults as well. But, you know, it would be nice if the community could come and support and watch your girl, hear your girl say a little bit of knowledge, give a little bit of knowledge to the youth. So you guys come on through to that. So I'm going to play some music and then we're going to get started. I hope it's not too loud.
This business was in my cup, was in your cup, was in their cup. It's your cup. Drink it. So whatever the hell was in my cup, the only reaction I did was got more popular, more successful, did a lot more things that I've ever done. I probably should pick that cup back up.
I'm sitting here looking at Keisha like, do you love me? Do you love me not? Damn, you hit the spot. Taste like candy, sweet like fruit, wet like water. Can I love on you? Withdrawals, I'm feeling different. Every day I need a dose. Every now and then I'm missing. I got my times when I go ghost. But she mine. I'm stamping her. Priority status, so them other bitches mad at her. Too mad. Thumbing through 100,000. I spent that times 2 on you.
Hello.
Then I pop back up like Pickaboo. Here I go, flyer than most. Louis V. Coke. Gas station, coffee cup full, on dry boats. No money came by happiness, but she found the other side of G. Getting something to eat, that's all a thug nigga need. No lie, you get me higher than the prices of my weed. I'm displaying my feelings like I'm wearing them on my sheets. 1 minute I'm gone to the next one, I be running back. Go your way, I go my way, but somehow we be still attached. Trying to find my ounces with this cup, but ain't no...
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You up here jamming.
You know, I always gotta play some music before we get into our topic.
Yes, that's how you do it.
Get me in the mood, get me started. All right.
I'm in the mood right with you, girl.
That's right. So tonight's topic, you guys, is trauma. Trauma. Good trauma. What's good trauma? Bad trauma. What's bad trauma? From relationships, friendships, family, accidents. I think we could kind of touch on a lot of things when it comes to trauma. I know we've spoke on it on the show before. We've talked about it, but we ain't get into detail about trauma. I know everybody has some sort of trauma. So I want to talk about trauma today. I'll start off with a trauma. Give me a second. I could start off with a trauma. I don't know if that's a trauma though. No, I think it would be. I was in
Sorry, boo, I didn't add in on the trauma.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay.
I was about to just give them
good traumas and bad traumas.
Yes. So the trauma experience that I want to talk about right now is I was car accident. I don't want to start off with relationships. So car accident.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was coming out to take a left, and basically I didn't see a car. Smack, you know. So from that, to me, it caused trauma because I'm still, after all these years, like fidgety about, you know, when I'm turning out places, or sometimes I'll even be delayed a little bit. Maybe I could have turned out, but then I decided to be delayed because from that kind of traumatized me turning out into, you know, oncoming traffic. So I think that's, you know, to start off on a soft note, like that's a
yeah, because there's some people who don't even want to drive no more. Like it traumatized them to the point that they don't want to drive anymore.
Right. That's true.
I know I have a friend who she's scared of the big trucks because they smashed her a little bit. Every time she go near the big trucks, she either speed, switch lanes, or slow down.
Yep, I know people too that when it comes to trucks, bad anxiety, like not me. I could drive by the trucks, but I know people that they can't have no dealings with trucks. So
I just be like, I try to. You gotta either go ahead of them or in back, and I always plan that if the truck comes over to the right, you go in the emergency lane. Because sometimes people just swerve out, but if it's emergency lane, it won't hurt to move over to the side.
Right.
Because I'll be riding right through there.
So what's the trauma that you experienced?
It looked like your screen is a little frozen. Okay, now you're not frozen on my side. At first on my side, you know, my phone.
It's doing good though. It's doing good, so don't say nothing bad about it.
I ain't, girl. I ain't.
So what's a trauma that you have experienced?
Okay, I'm trying to think. What is a trauma? You know what else could be a trauma? Like when, like, I think abandonment could be trauma.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Yeah, so abandonment can be trauma.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know, girl.
Abandonment, what do you mean?
You know, like children who got abandoned by their parents. You know, that's in foster homes, all that type of stuff. They traumatized by that.
Right.
Yep, they feel like.
I think that
some people let their past dictate their future. So that shows a lot of trauma as well.
I think too, when those trauma, when you
people always talk about they blame their mothers and their fathers for all the mistakes that they do right now. They were like, because my mother left me or because my father left me, this is why I do this or this is why I do that.
I think that means, you know, the person, I think a lot of times it's continued trauma and it's generational as well. Because, you know, people don't get the help that they need. Like, they right. They don't want to get that help that they need to try to get over those traumas or deal with them or even try to understand why they have those traumas. But sometimes you can have some traumas and you might not even understand where it's coming from.
Right.
So, I remember, because I remember one time we were talking about trauma up here. And they was talking about good traumas. And I was like, good trauma. What's the good trauma?
I know, you got to start me off with that.
You know that's Web's favorite word. Trauma.
I think it's good trauma when you could get out. If you could get out of it and you made something of it, you know, it probably could have been good trauma for that person or for some people. But not everybody could take trauma. Some people need help to get out of trauma.
Right.
But I think Webb or whoever, when they found the good trauma, they have to explain that one to me because or give me a hint of what they're trying to talk because I can't think of it right now.
Right. I don't remember what was the good trauma that when we talked about it, but I just remember him saying that. And I was like, oh, good trauma. I never thought about that. Like it says, you know, trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience. A physical injury. You know, you can have so it's because you can have trauma physically, of course. You could be traumatized from physical and a physical injury, and as well as emotionally and mentally. I'm just looking at some stuff. I think that now that I'm older, I try to recognize those type of things. Like now that I'm older and I'm like a little bit wiser and just learning and growing, I think I try to recognize more, you know, if I do have traumas and maybe if it connects to something that's like going on in my life, or even while I might be doing something, or, you know, whatever it is, I'm trying to like connect the dots now, because as an adult, I just feel like we should learn that we need to start working on things within ourselves. So when it comes to the whole trauma aspect, I think that we need to take it, deal with it, try to get better with it.
Got it.
I'm trying to see.
Yep, and two,
I'm trying to look. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm looking at some examples of the trauma.
I'm sorry, my phone over here is staticking a little bit.
Oh no, I said I'm looking up some examples of good trauma.
I heard everything that you said though.
Okay.
So did you ask me a question? Or are you just still talking about?
I said, no. I said I'm looking up some examples of like good trauma.
I'm so sorry, boo. My phone is acting up.
It's all right.
Crazy. Let me go off and then come back on. Who else coming up here tonight? We got Nate coming on tonight.
I don't know. You know, I just sent out the links.
We gotta see who popping. Yeah, who's going to pop in? Who's going now?
Yes.
I'm here though, but you know, it's doing so good that next thing you know, it just starts sounding like a little robot real quick. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna come right back in.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, do that, because I'm trying to like, I want to give some examples of like a good trauma. Sorry, y'all, that's just tuning in, and I have to send a link to it. Give me 1 second. I have to send the link to Web because Web is trying to come on. But yeah, trauma. Like, what are some traumas that you guys been through? Good or bad? Do you think traumas are meant to make us stronger? Do you think traumas carry on from childhood all the way to adulthood? Do you think that some traumas are meant to last our entire life? So like I talked about the accident, that was like, you know, just a little like trauma that I've been through with the accident, that to this day I could tell. Sometimes I still be, like I said, I'll be jittery a little bit, or I just might pause longer than maybe I should, but that's just the trauma that I dealt with from being in that kind of accident. Of course, I believe like when it comes to relationships, I definitely believe that there could be some trauma in relationships, and you need to try to get the healing before you move on to the next when it comes to relationships. They said physical, so it could be an accident. You could have an injury.
minute.
That could traumatize
Hello.
you. Hi. You can hear us better now?
Yes, I could.
Web is coming on. He's talking about something. Is this a only girls show tonight? Listen, ladies. Ooh, I think Web is coming on though. Sometimes I like to have these serious conversations because it's real. People act a fool sometimes because of their trauma.
Right, some people don't realize, that they be taking out their traumas out on other people, like you saying, and people be unaware. Like it's basically a lot of unawareness, and people not able to identify that for themselves, and they need help.
Right.
And they just think that some people who are in relationships as well, they think that it's normal. Some people think, oh, I can help them, or you think that you could deal with it, but no, that person actually needs help. Sometimes you won't be the person that you'll be able to help them. They need special help, or they might need to go away on their own for a little while, because with you will probably enable it. You will continue to enable it.
Yes, girl.
So it's like basically a broken person. You can't help a broken person if they don't want to help themselves.
Hey, Nate.
What up?
Hey, Nate.
Here he go.
I see y'all in here talking about trauma. I thought Web was automatically in here. I was like, Web is here.
Right,
this is Web show today.
That's Web's favorite word, trauma. So where he at? But I agree. Yeah, Nate. Remember on one of the shows we were talking about trauma a little bit. You was talking about good trauma.
Yeah, it's such thing as good trauma.
Yeah, give us some examples, please.
Good trauma. Like, example of good trauma is like the beatings my mother gave me to clean the dishes. Cause now in my head, like I'm forever gonna clean them dishes the right way to avoid that beating. That's good trauma. To me, that's good trauma. Like the way we was punished when we was kids to do things to make us do things right. That's all good trauma. That's all the trauma. Can you hear me?
That's all good trauma.
That's all good trauma. Like, I mean, you can see it as bad, but if you look at it as a positive note, that was good trauma.
Because as adults, it structured us.
It structured us. Like they don't beat kids. People don't beat kids today. So like, you see kids yelling, ah, ah, and then they get popped. They be like, stop, mommy. We wasn't doing that when we was little because we had that trauma where we know we was gonna get beat.
Okay.
So
I guess I could agree with you on that.
That's a good trauma. Or learning, like some people that can't swim fell in the water and almost drowned, which is traumatizing. And out of that, they decided to learn to swim. That's how I learned. So that was a good trauma for me. Almost drowned, but I mean it's good trauma if you learn something useful out of it. I see it that way.
Yeah, some things.
I mean, some things are good. Yeah,
I don't know.
You learn some things out of it.
I don't know if I can put everything in an umbrella. What's up, girl? How you doing, Aisha? Voice you, yeah. She got her own little platform with her radio and stuff. She be interviewing local artists and things like that. So y'all tap into that. Voice you. How you doing, girl?
Where's she from? She's from Middletown?
New Britain.
I was about to say, I swear I heard that in Middletown a couple days ago.
Maybe name just doing what it need to do. It's just circulating the community. So
what part of the trauma are we talking about today?
Well, I was just breaking down different traumas, and I was saying, what is bad trauma, maybe physical trauma, maybe, what else? Yeah, good trauma, bad trauma, physical trauma, childhood trauma.
Childhood trauma, woo!
That's a big.
You know, it's funny. I got aunts from childhood trauma. I have aunts that I haven't talked to in forever that used to beat me when I was little.
That you don't talk to?
That I don't talk to. Like, I don't even remember some of them. Like, if I seen them today, I wouldn't even remember them because they used to beat us when we was growing up in Charter Road. They used to beat the shit out of us. Like, if one cousin did something wrong, they beat all of us.
Everybody getting the beating.
Yeah. And I used to be like, oh, hell. I already know all these kids bad as shit. So we getting beaten. So I used to get beatings like every time I was over there. And I used to tell my mother, I'm not going back over there. And my mother used to be like, yes, you is. And I'd be right back over there getting a beating. As soon as I was old enough, I was like, nope, I ain't never going back over there. Never talking to that aunt again. Beating us for no reason.
Oh, yeah, that's traumatizing.
Real traumatizing.
So you never talk to that aunt again?
No. I think her name was Aunt Chicken. I think her name was Aunt Chicken. I'm not sure. One of my aunts. I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, go keep beating me.
Nah, no that's a trauma.
I wasn't learning nothing from those beatings. I was like, yo, I know your kid's bad. You can't beat me because your kid's bad, though. The fuck?
I ain't do nothing. What you gonna beat me for?
Yeah, like, I just got here. What you mean we all getting a beating?
I think Tiffany having technical difficulties. So I brought up a car accident trauma. A childhood trauma. Let me think of a childhood trauma.
That's definitely trauma. Accidents?
Yo, I'm trying to tell you. I be still jumpy sometimes, like.
Especially if they on the highway. What? You be like, I ain't never driving on the highway again.
Yeah, I don't ever want to have one of those. That's scary.
I think, let's see, have I ever had an accident trauma? All my accidents was not like my fault or nothing. Like somebody hit the back of my car. One time I was parked somewhere. No, I turned the corner and I parked and somebody hit the back of my car. And I was like, the hell? He got mad at me like, you shouldn't be parked on the corner. Nigga, like, I was parked. So there was no trauma out of that one. No, I know a trauma. I tell you, me and my stories. One day, me, Rondell, and this other dude was driving to Waterbury to go see some friends, right? Yo, and this is a crazy trauma that I have now. So we was driving his car, and he didn't want to drive because he wanted to drink and smoke. So I was like, all right, I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking at the time, so I'll drive. He was in the passenger seat, right? So we driving on the highway. I'm doing like 65, 70 on the highway. Rondell in the back talking to us. We got the music playing. And for some weird reason, he didn't like how I was driving his car. It was an Acura, like an 87 Acura. This dude in the passenger seat grabbed the wheel and yanked the wheel all the way to the right. Yo, we hit the guardrail. The car was like flipped up on the side. Yo, I was holding on to the steering wheel, pressed up against the back seat, and then the car just fell back over.
What?
Yeah. Yo, I was, yo. Then he gonna have to know to lean over and look at me and be like, yo, tell him it was your fault. I was like, what? Nigga. Like, yeah. Rondell, that's the day Rondell started smoking because his nerve, yo, he was shaking like uncontrollably. And I was just like, yo, this nigga tried to kill us.
Yeah, like, that wasn't even funny. That's traumatizing.
That was a trauma. That's why now when I'm in the car with somebody and I'm driving, if they reach anywhere near like the radio, I jump now. I'd be like, oh, hold up. To this day, that shit like scared me.
Yeah, no, seriously. That's what I'm saying. Like some trauma I think stays with you forever. That's what I was saying too. Like, is some trauma meant to stay with you? Like, are you supposed to get over every trauma that you have? But I don't know. That probably would stay with me forever. Like, Tyshawn, hey, what's up? He said that wouldn't be my friend no more.
No, we was not friends after that. Like, I seen him at the club. He walked up on me, man. I set up on him like, yo, we about to fight. Yo, you tried to kill me.
Yeah.
He was like, chill, brethren, chill. Nah, ain't no chill, nigga. You too much for me.
No, for real. I'm trying to think of a childhood trauma. Well, shoot, I had a lot of childhood traumas. I don't want to get too deep.
She said, I don't want to go too deep.
I don't want to get too deep with the childhood traumas.
Abuse.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh yeah, mental
on you.
health. There's so many things that could be trauma. I know I'm jumping in, but it's a whole bunch.
No, I know. I was like childhood trauma. I'm trying not to get too deep into it, but I don't know. I think the way to like growing up around or just having, certain things like with men and stuff done, like going through sexual, abuse and things like that. I think that the trauma from that, the way that I am with my kids, with my daughters, I think that that definitely plays a part in why I'm so like with my daughters when it comes to being around, like, men are I don't know. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but I think that some of that trauma, it has me like on edge a little bit. You get what I'm saying? Like when it comes to my babies and protecting them and making sure that, so whatever that did happen in my childhood, even if I feel like I did heal from it, I still
want to protect your kids from it.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I understand it.
Right. So that's a childhood trauma.
So I was talking to my girl about sending one of the kids to camp, and she was like, "Hell no, he ain't going to camp." And I'm like, "Damn, why?" She's like, "What happened if something happen? What happened if he do something at camp, or what happened if somebody touch him at camp? How are we gonna know?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, wait a minute, like, all right then." But like when I was little, like my kids my parents sent me to camp. Hey, I guess they didn't care about me because it was like, boy, you going to camp, boy, get out the house, go do something with your life. And I went to like sleepover camps, Camp Current, and Camp Current was traumatizing. If you know anything about Camp Current as a kid,
oh my God, that's what everybody
if you ain't have friends, that was a traumatizing thing. But I mean, it's different now because of like bullying laws. Back then, we bullied, but it was just fun. Like we wasn't really trying to hurt them. We was trying to hurt people's feelings, but we wasn't trying to kill them. We was just having fun.
I was about to say that was not funny.
I mean, but now when people get bullied, they commit suicide because these kids ain't built like us. So, I mean,
for real,
with the internet and everything, I understand that it's more pressure and more people know about it. But at the same time, I'm like, these kids are soft. Like,
do you think it's wrong when people say like the kids need to have thicker skin?
I mean, thicker skin?
When they say like, oh, the kids need to have a little bit more thicker skin than what they have.
They do, but see the difference is our time when we didn't have the internet. So like when everybody want to be popping on the internet. Oh, I'm popping, yeah, I'm popping. Everybody like me. We didn't have that. We just had a circle of friends, and that was it. Like we met new people. We didn't. Like we didn't care what the world thought about us. So these kids nowadays is like, oh my God,
the whole school.
Yeah, remember that?
Or whatever. Like you gonna get ranked on. Like today, you rank on kids, they start like it's just a different type of rank. It's just different.
They want to fight.
You got on British Knights. You ain't got no Reeboks. Look at you.
I think that made a lot of people stronger. Like, if you think about all the stuff that you went through in high school or you got ranked on, like today, it don't make the kids stronger. It make them weaker and
they be ready to kill
them. Going a little too hard. They go a little too hard.
Oh my God, Susan doesn't like me. What am I gonna do now? I be like, what?
Yeah.
You don't get your
And
ass
that's
back
why
in
we
that
gotta make sure
class.
we toughen up. We toughen up our own kids. Shoot.
So I understand because, like I said, now they got the internet. They like Mark in Georgia don't like me because of some video he seen, and I'm like, I'm looking at these kids like, man, if you don't stop, like all
Right.
these kids that's like committing suicide for like because they getting teased at school. I'm like, I was teased all through what grade school and middle school. I ain't never think about killing myself. Like what? These niggas better get used to me.
So
And it's because you know why too. I think you know how they don't put beatings in. You know how beating your kids is got taken away. A lot of stuff is getting taken away, and it ain't no more guidance. You know how the guidance counselor used to be in school and stuff like that. I don't hear about guidance counselors being that close to kids no more these
I lock
days.
it.
right. You got like one social worker.
Like, and then I think they sugarcoat a lot of stuff to the kids. Back then, we ain't nothing was sugarcoated.
They try to like, what's the word I'm looking for? They try to coddle the kids nowadays.
Right.
Like they try to make the kids feel like, oh, it's not your fault. Oh my God, you just need to meditate now and listen to your feelings from inside and don't. Right. We ain't get all that. We got, boy, you don't get your ass back.
Like sticks and stones may break your bones, but words ain't gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
You don't take your ass back to class, boy.
You supposed to talk that kid. Do you go back in there and you march back up in there and da da da.
Yeah. So I don't know what they doing to our kids nowadays, but I be like, mine. Shit, he'll tell you. I be like, look, we go fight this because you ain't gonna be one of these soft ones. So put your hands up.
Look, and I be like, I know you know how the kids be so. You got good kids, but I say don't think about me. I'm gonna be mad if you don't fight. Don't think about being good if somebody put their hands on you. We don't want to put our hands on nobody else, but if somebody is putting their hands on you and this is like a real fight, don't think about me at all. You better think about yourself and tearing that person up.
You better defend yourself.
You ain't gonna get in trouble. You ain't gonna
get
in trouble, bro. We go handle it. Nah. Yeah, I don't know. I think they need to have a little bit tougher skin. I know they got a little bit more on their plate, I guess, than we had. I don't know though. I tell my kids, y'all wasn't raised. Y'all was not raised, or y'all ain't go through half the stuff.
But I just want to say this. You know how now, it's all these challenges on
oh my God, YouTube, yup.
So it makes them too like. Because the way people are talking about people, it does. So for some people, for some kids, you can see that some people overdo it. That you might do want to make them kill themselves because they going a little too hard, and that's some shit that ain't nobody do that back in the day. Where somebody kid, mother, or whatever, like it's happening on the low. They ain't really got no. That's the people that really don't got nobody to tell, or they don't even tell their parents no nothing, and they just letting it happen and happen. The teachers don't see it, nothing.
The thing about I don't get if you getting bullied on the internet, I'm like, just stop going on the internet. Like, cut it off. Like,
they're not even supposed to be on the internet.
But
I don't care. You're not even over age.
Life is now.
I'm like,
life is now.
And that's
I didn't get
the
a
crazy
phone
part.
I didn't get a cell phone till I was 16.
Back.
Shit, I didn't get a cell phone till I had a job. I had to pay for it myself.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my first phone was a house phone because I was always on my parents' phone, and I couldn't even be on that damn house phone too long because my stepmother would come downstairs and take that bitch because I was on it all the time talking.
That house phone was lit, though.
With the long cord, yeah, it was lit.
Look, but how about the wireless one? But it was near my grandmother, so I had to tiptoe pick it up because I want to chill. You feel me? I don't want to be all hanging up, holding up to the cord near the phone. So I go.
Where's my goddamn wireless phone at? Who got my phone? Do you pay this bill?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember them days.
God. They was listening to our conversations
all the time.
But I still I still want my child to still be into doing stuff for herself, because a lot of kids are very miserable today. They talk about they don't know what to do. Like we went out and played hand games, played tag, did whatever, and I just feel like I know we might be going off a little subject. We start talking about the kids and what they doing in the world, but my kid ain't getting no phone for a long time.
I'm about to flip it back over.
So, but but look though. So imagine how we all grew up. Like we was always outside. Like we woke up, brushed our teeth, got dressed, and we was out. Right? We was all outside playing. Kids nowadays don't do that, and I'm like, is that a form of trauma for the kids or us?
Yeah.
Because now we don't want our kids outside playing because the world has changed. So is that a trauma for us? Are we putting on that? Like for me, I don't mind my kids going outside. I still tell them go in the front yard. You could go in the street, ride your bike. We live on a street that's not really busy. Go ahead, do whatever. Just
and
be
we
mindful.
have to make time to want to go out there if we don't like it. You feel me? We got to make that.
Exactly.
Then you got parents. Then you got parents who just be shoving tablets and all these other stuff in their face to take care of them instead of them reading a book. Because my daughter, she loves to read books and all that, and I refuse to let her get addicted to those websites when I know that she loves to read, she loves to draw, she loves to do all that stuff. But if she sat in front of the TV long enough, or if you give her an iPad, then they walking around like zombies.
Yeah.
You tell them, go pick up a pen.
Yeah.
Huh?
And that's
no. Then that's when I say, no, it's your brain. That's your brain right there.
And that's what I'm saying. So is that a trauma that we put on ourselves? Because like we really don't want our kids out in the streets anymore because we know what's going on in the streets. Or is it just the trauma that we're too protective of our kids? Which one?
Well, the protection part, we know that outside and people getting shot anywhere. So that part is just sad that they got to lose out on that part because so much stuff is happening. And we can't just think that it's us on that note because it's really happening out there.
Yeah. Which one you think is teasy?
I think that is trauma for us a little bit because the whole protection aspect and what's going on and how the world has changed. But I don't know. I like my kids are outside kids still. They like to go outside too. I like for them to go outside, but it's more like I be real skeptical as to where back then we would just walk to the park with our peoples. Now it's like
the store. Mm-hmm.
You trying to walk where? But then it's like
by yourself? By yourself?
Time, right. Like FaceTime, but then they got electronics, things that kind of help the situation a little bit. If her friend was to walk to the park, they got the phone, they could FaceTime me, so I kind of look at things like that, kind of helps me to, let them do outside stuff more sometimes, like if I'm, not right there, but it's a barrier. So that might be, I think, a trauma on our end as the parents, not want to have our kids be hurt in any type of way because the world is different.
It really is.
I think
they want to make it because the real important part is when they get older. We all know that time. At first, it felt like time was going by slow for us. Like, oh, I can't wait till I'm 13. Oh, I can't wait till I'm 16. I'm 21 or whatever. But after you 21, 18 is where it's going to count when you older. So right now at this point, I'm sorry that I can't really be the most funnest person at this time during your lives. But when you get 18 and up, that's going to be your most important life. You say, I wish this, or I wish my mother would have did that. So they can't see it now, but they'll see it later.
So that's what you tell your kids. I'm sorry I'm causing all this trauma in your life. But when you get older, you're going to respect it and you're going to be happy. You're going to grow from it.
No, I'm not trying to, like, obviously we're going to create a certain environment for our child. I'm not about to sit and my child ain't walking around here like, my mom is not letting me go or da da da. At the end of the day, we saving our kids. There's a lot of stuff that I couldn't do when I was a kid, and I probably cried it out, but we all traumatized. So what the hell?
It's true. It's true.
Like, but at the end of the day, I'm going to save my child so they can make it to their own age. I don't. It is what it is. We all got our different things, but.
And I think that sometimes we pour some of our trauma onto our children, which then in turn give them a little bit of trauma too.
We pour into that bucket.
My oldest definitely. A lot of kids they went through whatever you went through. Like, so when you were struggling, like when you ain't got no money or whatever, and things ain't right, and you just probably lash out, or even if they seeing you cry, it makes them cry or whatever. Like they just same motions you went through. But guess what? That's a strong ass child. I don't care. When I look at my child today, at the end of the day, we all go through something. She's gonna have a story just as well as I have a story.
Right.
So ain't nobody gonna be perfect.
Right.
But we learn from all our traumas. Like we can learn from trauma.
Yeah, that's what Nate said earlier.
That's what I was saying. See.
Tyshawn said we had a community when we were growing up. It's so different now. People don't even talk to their neighbors anymore.
Facts. Yeah, I know.
I know. The whole street knew everybody.
But that was because of our parents. Like our parents and our grandparents talked to everybody and knew everybody because there was a support system. So now that we grow up older, we broke the support system. We like, well, I don't talk to that nigga over there. I don't talk to her over there. Like, I know Miss Sally a crackhead. Why would I talk to Miss Sally and her kids?
It's really
so, and then now if they see your kid getting beaten up, people be like turning their head to the left.
Oh, they take their phones out. They take their phones out and start recording nowadays. So
right, exactly. Yep, you are right. It was more community. Like it was more togetherness. So yeah, the kids might have a little bit. I think the kids and the parents might have a little bit of trauma. But see, for them it ain't trauma because their generation is the whole world of social media and technology. So
look, we would have been famous today. Look, don't y'all be saying, yo, we had YouTube and all this.
Yo, dancing and all this. Kids, and we being outside kids. Yo,
we would have been lit. We would have been rich right now. I cannot believe this.
Yeah, they got it good. They got everything. When it comes to electronics, they got it all.
That Harlem Shake, with the flip with the hat. Oh man, it would have been over. Say word, that Harlem Shake. Hey, whoa.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have been embarrassed. They had a camera, all the stuff, all like the theoretical stuff I did in school, like all the dances and the talent shows. If they would have taped all of those right now, I'd probably be sitting in the corner like, yeah, that was me with the Gumby. Yeah, that was me. I had the gray patch right here, with the little gold star on it. Yeah, so.
Sometimes, certain things I'm glad we did. Like fighting and stuff like that, like then you look like, damn, that was me. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Certain stuff, I'm happy that we did not have no phones pulled out. I was like, damn, we couldn't do that back in the days. Like,
imagine one of your kids running up to you like, "Mommy, is this you right here on the phone? That you? Why are you dragging her hair like that? Ooh, why you kick her in the face?" Like, you'd be like, "Well,
why you drag her off the city bus like that?" Because I told her stop playing. But
Mommy was a different person.
Right. That was the old me, boo. You don't want to know how she was.
See?
There you guys explain. Tyshawn said we were way more fun than these kids too. We had the 90s for real.
You had too much fun. I can't even get my son to play some kickball. He look at me like I'm crazy. Kickball.
I'd be like, let's play double dutch. My daughter be like, double dutch. Like, you are.
My son would be like, nah, but we can play this game on your phone. What?
Right.
I'm about to go snatch him up and make him ride a bike.
All right, so now we talked about a little childhood trauma or even with our kids. So what about friendship, trauma with friendships? Like, have you ever had like a situation with a friend and maybe y'all have fell off and some type of trauma formed or, so when you had another friend or,
I can't say I didn't have the trauma or, other people with the trauma where your best friend might have messed with your man or your family member. You be like, that she will never be around my man. Or you will be like, that dude will never be around my girl because I know how they get down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a trauma right there in itself. I don't care if you found somebody new, whatever. You know how they roll. You know how they get down. It's like, nah, I'm good because you slept with my man. How about sisters sleeping with somebody's baby, your own sister's baby daddy?
I ain't got no intake on any of this or input on none of this.
That stuff happens in the world. I know somebody that happened to, so it's just like I can consider for some people who probably watching, they know what that trauma is. That probably happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
That is a trauma in itself. But some people be so strong to forgive those people.
I mean, if it's something that happened to them when they was younger, I can see like they get older and just be like, you know, they wasn't gonna marry that person anyway. Like just they was in high school or something. So, you know, but if you're doing it as an adult to like a husband and wife situation, I'm like,
Yeah, that's what people
that's
doing.
probably
Or baby
crazy.
fathers, or baby if you had a child by that person, that's betrayal in itself.
Ugh.
All right, so we got that. Wait, okay, you said the sisters. I'm trying to think about any friendship trauma.
Sisters, friends.
Friends. I just think I think you just gotta watch, like, sometimes when it comes with, you know, when you with friends, because you know, you get different seasons, you might have different friends for different seasons and different reasons. And I think that that's something too, like, you know, you gotta be careful for and watch out with, because you can have a friend that you might be thinking that is like, you know, you down for it, down for you, the blah, blah, blah. And then the whole time it just be something else. So I think that could be a trauma thing when trying to like invite new people in to your life, or, you know, gain a new friend.
You really thought they was your friend, and come to find out, yo, that person sitting beside you was the enemy the whole time.
Right.
And now when it comes to letting new people in your life, you be like, you not even really trying to be friends with people, or you mistake other people's characters for the next one. Or like how we say about relationships, you come out of a relationship with traumatized, that you can't go into the next relationship with all that traumatized, because now you want to mistake this man for your last man, or this woman for your last girl that you had.
Right.
Now we just like, no new friends.
Right.
Like, I got my circle.
And look, you be like, who sent you? Who sent you? Like, and then as soon as that one mistake they show, you be like, see, my man did that to me, and you ain't about to do that. So you start cutting people off. Like, but that person ain't probably mean it in that way.
Yep. So you gotta, like, I think a trauma for mine when it comes to relationship is like cheating. Like, what? That is like something like that is like I'm so like, I think because it had happened so much in the my past relationships, I'm just like, that right there is something that I'm still like working on or healing from, because that is like such a sensitive like bone in my body. Like, what?
And say like you could be in a relationship and you let it die, but now you rekindle it, and now you gotta try not to, both of y'all, you know. Oh man, my phone dying on y'all. Sorry.
Is it frozen?
I got y'all on mute. Yeah, cheating. You know what? Those weird. What is like the trauma with cheating? Are you more traumatized of the cheating or the cheating and lying? Like, which one is worse?
Which one is worse?
Which one is worse to you? Like, which one?
Both of them. I mean, I think with the lying, like, maybe what makes it traumatizing for me is like, I can see some sketchy shit, or I think it's some sketchy shit going on. It might not be, but because of that, and I know like it led to that, I think that's trauma, because then I'll start looking like, nah, this not it's not what's going on. But I think the lying, I think the cheating they both bad, but maybe the cheating is worse. Lying to me, I mean, what's done in the dark gonna come to the light. I'm gonna find out. So, I mean, I definitely don't want you to lie, but I think when I have to say which one is worse is the actual like cheating, like, or even just like leading, or even like leading up to it. You know, the clues, the different little things that, you know.
I think the lying is more of the traumatic part, because then when you start catching people in lies now, you just start going, yeah, this nigga cheating, or yeah, this girl cheating. She lying about stupid shit for no reason now, so you go straight to, yep, I already know something going on. So
Yeah, that's what I
I
was
think
trying
the
to say.
lying, I think the lying part to me is the worst part. Like, I'd rather you just come to me and tell me the truth. Like, yeah, I met this person. I'm thinking about sleeping with them. I'd be like, oh, okay. So why are you thinking about sleeping with them? Like, y'all spend time together. Like, tell me the truth. You tell me
Right.
the truth. You tell me the truth, and I'll be like, all right, well, if that's what you want to do. I mean, we could work something out with that contract, you know.
Right.
But when you just lying just to do it, you know, you're not thinking about the other person. So
Right. No, yeah, but I think that's what I was kind of trying to say. Like, that's what it makes me start thinking, like, seeing looks like, nah, they lying. So yeah, you might be right. The lying might be worse. But I know that is just like,
and the lying causes the trauma.
yeah, that have like, I can't. That's something that's like, whoa, that's definitely a trauma for me.
I don't know, like let me see, like traumas, relationship traumas. I don't know, like relationship traumas, like that should be like everyone's lying and cheating. Unless you with somebody that's stealing from you or beating on you, like then those are some other bigger traumas. Like you shouldn't even let it get to that part. But
Right.
some
Lying,
people,
definitely.
yeah, that's what it lead. The lying part is like the biggest part because once you start down that lying path and then you just start listening to the lies, some people tell themselves them lies are real and be like, no, he really mean he gonna do this or she really mean she gonna do this. And in the back of your mind, you like, oh, this nigga lying, oh, this girl lying. So some people start lying to themselves. So I think the lie part is it's the biggest part of that.
What about the communication?
Communication, more with comprehension. Like you can talk all you want, but if they don't understand, like
No, I
there's
know
no
that, but
purpose.
I
Like,
mean, far as like, I agree with you on that, but I mean, far as like how you speak and how you talk, how you communicate with that person. Maybe in your one relationship, you communicated in a more of like, aggressive, always yelling type of situation, and then it turned over. Now you in your new relationship, and that's pouring over. Like that could be a trauma too, because that's something that you think that's a
yeah.
trauma, or just something that you got used to doing with
Um,
the other relationship, with the other person in your relationship.
yeah, that's more like you with
Um,
somebody and you that's more like you with somebody and you haven't learned like how they respond to stuff yet. So you talk to them the same way you talk to your ex because you that worked well, it worked with your ex, so you figured it'll work with this person. But you know, everybody ain't the same. Some people can't take you yelling at them, and some people like that shit. I
yeah, I know you always say that.
don't know.
Um,
Oh,
what else? I'm trying to think what else. I think that it could be so many things. Like, what else? A relationship. What about
oh,
like not feeling loved? Like, maybe a relationship like not feeling loved enough. Or maybe it was things that, like, if your partner always, like, say if your partner was always one of those partners that always was, like, more busy doing other things, than with you, always on their phone, always into other things. And
yeah,
that made
that's
you probably feel less than. And then you could be with somebody else who that's not even the case, what they doing to you, but you could think, or feel that way.
yeah. I can understand
Okay,
that.
Ma.
I can understand that part. Is this a different Tiffany? Look at her. He all down now. Look at
No, that's Bennett.
her.
I had a
Okay.
ponytail.
I'm like, hold up.
Oh no, that quick.
I know. I was like, look
My
at her
phone ended
looking
up
on
dying.
nice. Go ahead, Tiffany.
My phone died.
It's okay. I think those are like just little traumas like that you gotta like that pours over into another relationship. If it's something that you didn't recognize that is a trauma, or try to work on it if you know that it is one. Because like Tiffany said, it could be something that somebody said, it could be something that somebody did, and it just like bring you all the way back. And then you like, wait, this person might not even be this might not even what it's supposed to be, or how they talking to me. It ain't even, how I'm thinking it
You
is.
mistake them for your last person, for real. Like,
yeah.
Everything they say, they do, it could trigger you to like, nope, I seen that before. You did it. You be like, you did it, and they're like, yo, I only said the, and you talking about I just did all this, and I don't know what you talking about, and it affects us from even staying in a relationship with people.
Yeah, I think that's trauma. I do.
And that's how we gotta overcome. Like, if we really want something now, we have to wait. Hold up, let me calm down. But we ain't being naive ever again. You feel me? But
oh gosh. Messing up the trust. That's definitely trauma.
Yeah, you can't be naive though at the same time, because some things you want to sit there and try to be a new person, but you can't, because people start really doing what you try to give that person a chance, and they really end up being that person.
You giving them a chance, or you giving them the benefit of the doubt?
Benefit of doubt.
All right, just checking.
Yeah, I didn't mean, see, y'all Geminis, y'all be checking for people words, but you know what I mean, though.
Gotta make sure you're using the right verbiage in the contract.
Here we go with the damn contract.
Gotta make sure.
So how do you think that, what are some ways that you think that we could work on our traumas?
For one, identifying them. We got to identify it first.
Yeah, I agree.
We definitely need to voice what's going on instead of assuming, because with traumas, we assume things. And we don't say nothing. We just go full speed ahead with like, well, that's just what it is.
True.
Right. Therapy, of course.
Yeah.
Talking it out.
The Bible. Let's not forget about, you need to become new in Christ. Because let me tell you, if it wasn't for God, I would be nothing. If it wasn't for His promises and His word, I would not be who I am or talk like I am today.
I know that's right.
Preach, Tiffany, preach.
Don't get me started, because I am nothing without Him.
Won't He do it?
Look, the reason why I could be so nice, the reason why I'm that ride or die, I'm the reason why I'm that ride or die, because God ride or die for me. So
I know that's right. Ride or die.
So now I expect the same.
Okay.
I know that's right.
If you ain't talking about God, you ain't talking about nothing. That's if you ain't talking about life in general, if you ain't got no good conversation, then you ain't talking about nothing.
So that's in your standards bulletin, right? You be like, look, man.
Hi. What's up, Mr. DD?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my standards. Like, I gotta have you definitely need to know God, like, for sure. And you might give somebody the benefit of the doubt to see if they want to, but if you ain't on the same page, it's no point. You go with an atheist. Look, you go with an atheist, and then everything you say, they just knocking it down. Nah, I'm good. We ain't about to clash. You ain't about to talk about my God like that, nigga.
Oh.
Nate got messed up.
Yo, Tiffany.
You know what I mean?
I definitely do. That's why I'm over here laughing.
Because it be like, Look, it be like, You gotta, because if you don't know God, you don't know consequences. Like, I'm thinking of my consequences. You should be thinking about your consequences as well. Treat other people's how you want to be treated.
And that is the truth.
Real is real. And God will never leave you nor forsake you. So what? I'm trying not to leave you nor forsake you right now, but right now you're pushing it.
Ooh.
But real is real. That's all I gotta say.
Venus versus Mars tonight, y'all.
But real is real automatically. And like if both of y'all don't have God in life, there is nothing, because when you think about it, you be like, okay, we gotta work on this. We gotta do this because God is involved in this and we know that it's gonna work. It has to work if we both want it to work. And if we've been to each other to figure out what is your problem, what is my problem, you gotta voice it. We can't just, sometimes, we get mad. We could walk away, but don't just walk away forever.
Right.
Like we was talking about last time, like as a female, if I'm moving away, even if I'm pushing you away, boy, you better hurry up and come close, because I'm really just trying to tell you, you better grab me up and say, I'm sorry, or I love you, something.
You just want that reinsurance, huh?
Don't let me walk away.
Right. Chase.
Because I'm over here like, Daddy, come catch me. No,
well, y'all just heard the word from Miss Tiffany. Y'all need to take heed, okay? Nate, you heard the word? All right. I just want to make sure everybody heard the word. God is good all the time.
Yes, but another trauma, because I think in the beginning, when my phone was messing up, and we was talking about abandonment.
Yeah.
Abandonment.
Oh, that's a big one.
It's a lot of big one. It's abandonment with, lower your voices up in there. Hold on one second.
She about to traumatize them kids right now. Look at Yeah, abandonment is a big one. Abandonment is a big one. There's a lot of abandoned kids.
But yeah, abandonment could come for children. Obviously, them being like, we're adults. We get abandonment from our fathers and mothers at a young age, or even in relationships, you got abandoned and the other person just walked away and just left y'all hanging or whatever.
Yeah. And then as you get older, as an adult, you have a lot of issues with abandonment. You always feeling like it's your fault. You're constantly saying sorry. You're constantly like, always
independency, or it gives that person independency. And these guys, a lot of guys wondering why females just be like, I got it. I don't care. Because I've been abandoned a long time ago, or I've been abandoned so much that I don't need you. I don't need you. We put it in our own heads that I don't need you because of the abandonment that occurred. And then people look at you like, when you say, this is my child, you feel me? You start saying, this is mine or whatever. It's because of the abandonment that happened before. And some people, they might want to change now, but because of the abandonment, it seems like it's a little too late.
Right.
Or I still have to work on that. You have to help me. Some people need help on that abandonment. If you're truly sorry for abandoning me, I need you to own up to your abandonment.
Right.
I need you to acknowledge it, because of the fact that if I'm just saying and you just going along with it, I don't think you truly know what you did. And you just might do it again. You just might get hurt. No.
Well, I don't think people who abandon people usually don't come back. Or if they do come back, they come back years later. And they try to half-ass apologize for it. But, there's really no way to apologize for abandoning someone, especially if you're close to that person. So it's like...
Right.
For some people, it is. Some people do end up coming back later in life, and they realize because they was immature at the time, and they didn't realize what they did themselves. So they do come back later. And some people do apologize, because I experienced that. You do apologize, and...
Yeah, but did you take that apology as serious? Like, I don't know how long the abandonment was,
but you will know it. You will know it when you see it. Not everybody make it over again. Not everybody makes it. I could just say that. But there are some people who are truly sorry, and obviously you're able to see it if they back into your lives, and it's going to take a while for you to really trust. But you will never know unless you try. Everybody make their own choices.
Right.
So I can say, praise the Lord, I felt abandonment, but by the grace of God. And all my prayers, I thought it was bouncing off, but them things,
You all right.
it wasn't bouncing off.
You all right. Yo, I'm done with Tiffany.
You start praying for people, and you be thinking they like, oh, they dodging them prayers. Like, yo, I've been praying for you all my life, yo. But sometimes it takes the worst things to happen to people for them to truly realize that, yo, all them prayers that you've been praying, it was not for nothing. So I'm just speaking for some people. Some people can forgive, and some people can't forgive people because we know that person just will never change.
Right. Yeah, I could agree with that. What about some funny traumas? Like going to the beach and the seagulls. A funny trauma I just thought about. I was listening. Like one of the seagulls, the birds coming to eat up all your food and stuff when you're trying to get in the water and have fun. So now every time you go to the beach and you see a seagull,
that's
you
your trauma.
You ain't walking nowhere off of that. Wherever wherever you at and are seeing, you ain't leaving because the seagulls gonna try it. I think that's a funny trauma. I think it could be some funny traumas. That's a funny one.
I think I fought a dog before.
You fought a dog before?
I fought a dog. It was a Rottweiler. It was big as ever. But remind you, I was in middle school.
And that sounds like some life or death type shit.
I always planned it. That dog come off that second floor. I don't care. That dog came off the second floor, was chasing me. I just said, "What up?" Boom, punched that junk in the nose. It was out. It was like a couple of punches, like boom, 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 boom.
Dog was like, "What the fuck?" I'm out.
So I have a trauma thing about dogs that the first thing I think of, I'm going in that person gate. I'm not scared. I don't care who gate it is. I'm going in that person gate.
Yeah, dogs can be traumatizing. Dogs can be traumatized. My daughter, she be traumatized from dogs. She has some experiences. She like dogs, but like the big dogs and stuff, she is not around for it, not at all, baby.
You talking about your little one, right?
No, my oldest.
Oh, okay.
The little one too be acting like she don't, but my youngest, she has what they said. I had a bad experience, like with dogs, most definitely. Like yo, dogs can be traumatizing. Animal experiences.
Food can be traumatizing.
Dang, you can have trauma from everything.
Cause let me tell you, one time I thought my grandfather used to go to like a food bank or whatever when I was younger, and I thought I was about to eat some yogurt, I think. But come to find, when I ate the yogurt, it was sour cream. So being that instead of me thinking that it was just yogurt about to eat it, I ate sour cream, and now I have a bad experience that I feel like when I
never eat yogurt again.
Sour cream, like I can't.
I don't like
even Ensures or whatever, because one time I drank it and it was like foamy. It was foam in there. I don't know what the heck they put in there, but I drank it. Now when I drink those, I just can't do it. I'm traumatized.
Yo, you can literally have trauma from anything. So I think that I'm starting to realize that traumas are not, because I think when you hear that word trauma, you think like deep and dark. And don't get me wrong, some of the traumas are like that. But just learning and listening and things like that, you start to understand like trauma is not so scary, as, when you hear that word, it's just come at you like boom. But it's all type of traumas.
Look, needles. You start thinking of shots. You get shots.
Oh my God. Let me tell y'all. When we was younger, me and my sister was both getting shots. We was little girls. My sister got her shot first. And all I see was this big old needle. And they put in her arm. Next thing, it was my turn. I hauled her ass out that hospital. My mother had to find me in the parking lot.
That's crazy.
Like, so now I think having kids and when you gotta take so much shots and stuff before a long time, like I was traumatized with needles. Like, you was not about to stick me. I was out. And I was only getting a prick in my finger. I wasn't even getting the same
Look, I was turning into the Hulk, like, I'm lifting those doctor's arm up, like,
Yeah, the shots, that was a little traumatizing for me for a little bit, but for the most part, I'm used to them again now. But before,
you know what? I treat all those things just like I treat roller coasters. I just close my eyes and be like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. That's what I do. I just close my eyes and sit there like.
Yeah, now I'm a G. I always be like, yo, what if I be telling my daughter, like, yo, what if somebody said you gotta do, in order enough to save your mother's life, you gotta do this. You ain't about to save my life, yo? Like, you ain't about to do this for me, man? Like, you wouldn't take a little shot for me? And she be like, I will. Like, but she's scared, though, at the end of the day. But me, I take it as, I know I have to do this. I know I got to get it done. So if I can get past this little thing, imagine whatever big thing that I come across. Will I be able to handle that? That's what I tell myself.
Right.
Because if I had to chop my arm off for my kids, I will. Like, take it off. I'm saying. I'm weird, so I'm weird. I'm weird because I watch movies. Go to your dad.
I don't know about it. I
ain't gonna do that for y'all kids. I be watching a lot of movies, and I'm just saying though, if it came across to that situation. You lying, Shantae. Feel baby.
Yeah. I ain't get that child in that situation. They don't deserve that arm.
Y'all grimy.
I'm gonna keep this arm. I'm used to it.
I hope the kids watching this.
Yo, that's my story.
I'd be like, Kim, you had a great life.
That ain't right.
Nah. I love my kid. I get my right. No, I get my left arm for him.
Nope, too late. No vaccines.
The right one, though, I'm keeping. The left one, you can have that one. They don't do shit. But I can't. Oh, that's funny.
You be like, can you just take a little piece of it? Like, don't take my whole arm.
Like, you had to do it.
I think another thing too that could be like a trauma, like with school and wanting to do better and be better. Like one of my friends, she had a professor that just used to always like, you know how that go, telling them they ain't gonna do this, they ain't gonna amount to this, the grades, they ain't never gonna be able to write an essay the right way, things like that. That can be a good trauma in a way because it might, nowadays it could be bad, but it might push that. And I'm not saying that it's right that the professor's talking like that. I'm not saying that at all, but that could push that person to want to feel like they need, to do better. But then like with my friend, although she did do better and her writing and stuff is good and she's like a research, like, oh my gosh, she's like dictionary. But it's like it always stayed in the back of her mind what the professor said to her. And even when her work was awesome, she would still just have this like,
I could do better. I could do it better. Like, I got to find the right words.
Right, because of what. So in a way, it helped, but I feel like it didn't help because it kind of now has her in like, I don't know. I think that's, part of trauma too, because it's like, I don't know. You're not congratulating yourself or being happy for yourself for doing something really good already because this is what you were always told, that your papers were never good enough or, but then here you got this A+ paper and you still trying to find a reason to find a fault, in it because what's playing on in the back of your mind of what somebody, that's in a higher position says to you. That's like somebody telling a man, like, you ain't never gonna be nothing, you ain't never gonna amount to nothing, and they take those
I was just about to say it. And so they take it literally, and then they just be doing nothing. They either take it and do nothing and be sitting on the corner all day drinking because they figure they can't do nothing in life, or they take it and be like, nah, let me show you what I can do.
Right.
So, like, that's why I said some traumas are good. Like, it all depends on what you get out of the trauma or how you react to the trauma.
I believe that
Because
too.
like my father always said, what doesn't kill you is gonna make you stronger. Like if you're doing something and you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, it's not gonna kill you. You're gonna get used to doing it. And that's how he used to do me when he used to make me work out. I didn't want to work out, but I used to be like, all right, if this is a punishment and I'm always getting in trouble in middle school, I used to be like, all right, every day I would work out. And then as I started working out more and going to school, I started to notice like, oh, I'm stronger than some of the biggest kids in my school. Wait a minute. This is weird. Like, and it helped me out through school. So
yeah, I think because sometimes you don't see the lesson in it, or whatever they're trying to show you to do better. So you think you just like I think my daughter, she's so mad at me because she wants to go to school. She don't want to go to school where we live. So she's just so like traumatized from it. It's just such a big thing. Like, and I get it because I told her, I said, listen, I went through the same exact thing. I was mad when I was young. My mother moved me to New Britain. I done told the story before.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
I would say you was there. So
I was there.
Right. So I told her, so she's like, well, if you understand that, then why would you put me through the same type of thing? So I had to really tell her, like, why? I said, because now as an adult, I said, I understand that it wasn't even that serious. I said, as an adult, I understand that me being so mad at my mom, really like hating her and like not liking her because of it. And just like, I was like, man, I ain't gonna make no friends when I go to these stupid schools. Like, stuff like that. I'm like, I realized that shit wasn't nothing. I said, so as an adult, I could just, I can see why my mom didn't care. Like, not that we don't care, but listen, we got bigger fish to fry. Like, I'm not about to be sitting here because you all, nah.
I'm making moves for the better, so it's better for you. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
Meanwhile, what Shantae really was saying was, I'm about to go to this school and beat up everybody. That's what Shantae was saying. And Shantae was like,
no,
I'm beating everybody up.
Don't listen, Nate, y'all. He lying. I was not going to school.
Okay.
Nate.
I was there.
No, you
Shantae,
wasn't.
you home again? Why you home, Shantae?
Trying to put me out there because I was not scared. I couldn't see, that was the trauma for me. Like, you talking about bullying was funny as being young. That shit was not funny. In middle school,
it really wasn't though.
And in elementary school, we was getting bullied. Me and my cousins myself for no reason. And when I got to middle school, it wasn't fun. I was not having fun at Troop Middle because I was just getting bullied.
I went to Troop too. Wait, hold on. We ain't talk about that one. That's for later.
Mr. K.
Mr. K. I think I seen you now.
Yo, but listen, like, so it wasn't fun. That was not fun. So when I went to high school, that's the trauma, because when I went to high school, I put it in my mind, like, nobody not going to say nothing to me. Like, nobody ain't going to say. So the first person that said something disrespectful, I was ready to jump on them because I was like, nobody not about to be messing with me no more. That's trauma.
None of your business, nigga.
What?
Like I said, it was fun, but it was a learning experience. Yeah, you came out on top of that learning experience. What you learned from that. So imagine I went from Harvard schools, right, where it was all black kids when I was younger, going to bachelor and what was the other school? I went to West Middle, and then after that I went to a damn near all Puerto Rican school going to Parkville. So I was just finding out that there was Puerto Rican people really in the world, because the only Puerto Rican person I knew, they owned the bodega over there on Farmington Avenue. And then I went to an all-white school where it was nothing but white kids. So it was like trauma after trauma after trauma. But I got to see a lot of different things from going to all them places. So it worked out. As far as being teased, like, I was the little kid with the nappy hair. So, I mean, it didn't matter though to me because I didn't really care about my hair. So
even though they did need to really buckle it down on us, to help that kids get in today. If they did, because you be going crying like But then our cries turn into, you know what? The next time that person comes through, I'm punching them straight like that. You keep talking about me. You had to get strong on people for real.
No,
But
for
it used to
real.
be
Like,
sad though. It used to be sad because those ranks back in the day, them junks was hard. Today they might be a little corny, but them ranks today, I mean, and back in the day was definitely real. That people should have killed themselves, but they didn't.
You see what Shantae said though? She was like, the next person that say something to me, yeah, I'm gonna go hard at them. She wasn't sitting in no corner like I'm about to kill myself.
Right.
She was like, I'm gonna beat up the next person that say something to me.
There are some people, you did see some people change schools, or their mothers did have to come through on you real quick because they're like, oh, hell no, ain't nobody gonna keep on messing my daughter. This, that, and the third.
Right.
Come on, baby, let's go.
Oh, look at Nate at the park with the kids.
Oh no, we just in the middle of the street. Let's go, come on. I put some training wheels. I put some training wheels on his bike. He about to learn how to ride this bike that we bought.
You just brought up a trauma.
Come on, riding the bike.
Oh
yeah.
Gosh.
So my father, I think it was a banana. He bought me my first bigger bike or whatever, and it was a banana seat. And so near my house was a hill. You go down the hill. So he puts me on top of the hill, and for him, he a grown man. So to him, the hill is not looking like it's that big.
Be careful going in the street.
But I'm a kid, and so he said, "Go ahead, Tiffany." I'm like, I'm stuttering, like, no, I can't do it. And he like, you could do it. You could do it. He done let me go, and that was just the scariest moment of my life. But I'm the bravest person. I swear, though, I'm the bravest person, though.
Oh, see, that was a good trauma.
That's why I was thinking, I had my son ride his bike without training wheels, because I figured, like, you can do this without training wheels. All you got to do is focus, and now I push him, he'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then after a while, I was like, yeah, I'm going to traumatize this kid. Let me just get the training wheels and put him on and let him start slow. We're going to start him on the bottom level and not level 5.
Yeah.
So.
The same trauma that, like, it just hit me. The same things that your parents say to you, you end up saying to your kids.
Your kids, yep.
Certain things. So, like me, my grandmother would be like, you can do anything you put your mind to. Don't say you can't. She always say, don't say you can't. And today I'm built as, you cannot tell me I can't.
Where are you going? They're not home.
That I put my mind to, like, you just can't tell me.
I saw their house.
And now I tell my child that you can do anything you put your mind to. Like, and I tell her, don't say you can't. It might look so hard, but she end up doing it.
Okay, go ahead.
Same thing with my kids.
We all do.
Like, don't say you can't.
And look,
can't is like a bad word.
And then look, we got those African kids. They carrying waters on their heads. Like, we are enabling these kids from doing what they
hard labor. Kids in Africa walking 17 miles with buckets on their head just to get water to bathe.
But it shows that we are capable. Everybody is capable of anything. Chinese people got their kids doing things at a young age, because still, when you get 18, you're gonna need these skills, because it's not a get older. That's the real hard part of life.
Come on, go this way. Come on.
I was about to say no. But I took the hit.
Well, I'm glad to know that, like I said, trauma is not just deep and dark. That it could be some happy things and some regular things that we go through every day. And anything can be trauma. That's crazy.
We need Web on here. Where Web at?
I don't know, because he's so phony, because he inboxed me.
Web is good trauma and bad trauma for the show.
I went for Web to be like, because white women is good trauma. White women listen to the black man. That's good trauma.
The white women talking to the black man and understanding is good trauma.
The white woman understand my trauma because she seen it.
Because it's happening to her in her own home.
Yeah. Where my boy Web at, man? I need Web.
That's funny.
Yes, that's a motorcycle.
He asked for the link. I sent it to him. So, oh man,
where we going, baby?
Yeah, we're not gonna be up here too long because I have to handle some of my mother. I don't know if y'all seen her in my comments trying to cuss me out.
I seen it.
Come on, mama. Don't be giving her no trauma now. No, just kidding.
Right? She don't
Look, some mothers, look, all you only gotta do is give the eye. That's a
You know
whole
where the eye come from? That come from a lot of trauma. That's a lot of trauma and training. See?
The countdown.
5. I'm good for the countdown. 5. Once I yell 5, everybody be like, I'm coming. Yeah, you better.
I'll be like 5. And now Nyla, she be trying me when I get to 3. I'll be like, don't play with me. Like, I'm at 3.
Oh man. Look, now you have to start at 3. 3.
Yep.
2. She gonna be like, damn, you ain't even got.
You gotta pedal harder, baby. Just pedal harder.
Right. You start. You don't even care that I'm counting at 5 now. Nah. 3. But that do work. That's good trauma. It teaches them some structure.
That's a good show though, but definitely what I can say about trauma is that if you got trauma, definitely. I mean, if you don't know you have trauma and you hearing other people say, some people need to be able to say, okay, people saying this about me or that about me. You need to, look at yourself sometime and see if these things is, see if something really wrong with you or whatever.
Oh, these people move on.
It was something I seen that said, heal what's wrong with you. So, like, when people talk about basically the topic or whatever it is, like, you won't be coming from a hurt place. And I was like, yo, I like that. Because I know I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll probably be coming, like, when I'll be coming from, I'll be like, wait a second, like, hold up. Because I know that I'm still, like, healing from that part. So I can admit that sometimes it be like that. But that's real. You gotta try to, when it comes to that type of trauma, as far as just, like, things that might be deep, that might be dark, that might be bad trauma. We gotta get some help. We gotta learn how. We gotta heal from it. You gotta let it out. You gotta let it out.
Yeah, you gotta talk about it. If you don't talk about it, it'll eat you up on the inside.
That guys have is not crying.
I mean, that's how as men, as boys, that's how we were raised though. Like men didn't cry because. Even with me, like right now, I tell you, like I don't cry. I just come up with solutions. Like if it's something that's hurting me, I have to figure out what is, why is it hurting me?
On their own, though, I think
you cry
they don't. I mean, they don't come out when they.
Emotion when you feel some type about something, or you
you're
feel
blocking
hurt, or...
things. You're blocking
because
emotional. What sets things off? Crying is not bad. It's something that you really. It's good.
It's not bad, but when you grow up, like okay, so like I said, I don't cry because to me, if I'm hurt or something, I'm trying to figure out what is hurting me. I'm trying to cure this now. Like what is actually hurting me, and did I cause this, and how can I fix this? So the crying part, like I'm not gonna sit there and stew in my own tears about something. Like oh my god, I'm so hurt. Oh my god, I'm dying. No, so I'm trying to figure out.
Let it scream out. You never.
But death,
I don't know about
I can say death will get a nigga.
No, don't get me wrong. If I'm in pain, I'm gonna cry. Like if I got hit by a car right now, tears will be coming out of my face because I'm in some uncontrollable pain. But something that's like my girl be like, you're not emotional, and I'd be like, nah, not really. Like I don't.
You're a Gemini, so that's really tough.
I don't know to process emotions like that. I don't process emotions as crying.
You do that in a very different way, and that definitely. Yeah. Part of your time.
You know what makes me cry? I tell you what makes me cry, and it's funny. Like things that make me cry is like if I'm watching a movie and something real sad happen, and I'll be like, "Oh, I can relate to that." One teardrop will come down my eye, and I'll be like, "Oh." But other than that, like, where you going? You want to go over there and play? You don't even know that.
That's a trauma though. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even think about that, but I think that's a trauma.
But
I think that means you have to tap into that. Not for you to be emotional all the time.
Yeah, it's not. Because people always calling it emotions, but it's not.
Of you.
I mean, as a male, it is good to tap into your emotions. You should tap into your emotions and be a emotional. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
How about
empathetic? Empathetic person. Yeah. So like, I understand that, but from how I was raised, like, okay, like I said, I was raised to be a problem solver, not to be like if you came to me and said if you came to me and said, oh, I'm so sad that da 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 happened and da da da. In my mind, I'm like, so how can we fix this? How can we un da da da
Because
happening
it's not
and
your
make that
problem.
situation better? That's not our problem. Yeah,
It's
but
not your when things
I
is not
can't
your
sit there.
problem, you're able to be a problem solver.
I can't
But
even when it is my problem. I can't sit there and just be like, oh my God, I'm so hurt. Nothing's
gotta
gonna
be
come of this.
you.
I want
It
to
gotta
know
be-
why is this hurting us? Like we need to fix this. It's just like problem solving to me. So I know these
But yeah,
people
I
over here
just had
think
to
I'm
bring that
recording them.
up about the guys and they're crying, and a
But
lot of people always using like emotional, like girls be emotional, this, that, and the third. And I don't consider us being emotional, but some people will put emotion on top of something that's real. Crying because I'm caring about you, about your safety, about your health, and they're like, you being all emotional. No, these tears is coming out for something important, for something serious, or I'm trying to tell you what you did that I'm hurt right now. But people like, you emotional, you gotta put your emotions to the side. These can't sit aside if it's a true problem at hand. These tears ain't coming out just to be just rolling out.
For real, nobody got something to be acting, boy. Bye.
I'm like, nigga, I'm over here crying for you. I'm over here praying. I'm over here, my heart.
Yo.
you cry, I
Yo,
cry,
if I cry, you don't
we
even have to
cry
be here.
together.
Oh, yo, you stupid.
You have to get you a Spanish man for that, because you know they cry babies.
No, I don't want no crybaby, but
I know, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. So you want the either you want the strong guy or you want the emotional guy that's gonna cry with you.
No, it
You
could
want
be
the
a
guy.
mixture. Why they
You want the guy. Look, we walking down the
Nate,
street
I
and
got
somebody
the
pull a gun on
Gemini.
us.
I got the Gemini, and so I know how you. I know you. I know how you guys are.
We walking down the street. We walking down the street and somebody pull a gun on us and you start crying. You want me to start crying with you?
Oh
or
no,
you want me to defend you? Which one you want?
I'm a thinker. I'm a problem solver, just like you. I gotta say,
See?
how can I handle this problem? Like
Exactly.
But everybody not like that.
We can't be sitting there crying together because we both about to die. So we got to figure this out.
Got to make a move ASAP.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I am. Like I'm gonna think it through. I'm gonna think it through logically. I'm not gonna think it through with my heart. Like, oh my God, we could die. Just stay still. We got kids.
That's
oh my God. Oh my God.
If it's about life situations, like if it's about life situations, not though that's a different situation where we gotta think. We can't say, oh my God, Billy just got shot, and then you freeze up and don't do nothing about it.
Now we both standing there about to get shot. Nah, but even with relationships, like, okay, I hurt you. If I hurt you and you're emotional about it, tell me what I did wrong so I can fix it so I won't do it again. Like, just let me know. It's communication. It's not that hard, but I'm not gonna sit there and cry with you because I hurt you. Like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I'll try not to do it.
We hold it in so long that when we finally coming out, that's why, like you saying, communication. We got to learn from our mistakes if we want to, make things better and to identify how each other works. Because I don't know what you like or what I like or
exactly.
You feel me? Because some people go into things and they don't even know nothing about each other.
Exactly. So let me know. Let me know which guy you want. If you want a sensitive guy, I cannot be the sensitive guy. Like it's not in me. I can't do it. Like I can think about what you're telling me, but I can't be the one that's gonna sit there and come to you crying. Oh my God, the water bill needs to be paid, and I don't know how we're gonna do this. Yeah, like
I said something today, like to my Gemini, you hurt my feelings.
And he looked at you like, all right.
Feelings to the side, but because you know me, sometimes as who you are, you know that you got to give a little because of the fact that how you are, you know that you don't bend down to that too much, but sometimes you have to give a little.
Okay, what I missed?
We just talking about we still talking about emotions. So
emotions in men and women, the way they differ, basically.
I just gave an example of how I just said to my Gemini, because they said they problem solver, and I was like, you hurt my feelings or whatever, and he said, he looked at you like, What? Like what? But I'm telling him that sometimes, even though if I be like that, we have to give a little to each other. Even though you know that you are a problem solver or this and that, sometimes women don't want you to just be a sensitive or a punk, but we do need you to be a little understanding, or at least act like you act like it for me, at least for one, because I give all my whatever to you, my strength, my strongness. Now sometimes I can't be strong all the time.
Right. I get that. Yeah, I gotta show a little bit of softness. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do too much, bro.
Say sorry even when you're not sorry, and then later you want to talk about something. Oh, this, that, and the third. No. Like, no. Get out of here.
First of all, you never say I'm sorry. You say I apologize. No one is sorry.
That's the word. That's the word we use is over here.
Apologize. There you go.
Apology.
Exactly. And like I said, I understand. I'd have been like your feelings. Like if I'm telling you something truthful and it hurts your feelings. Now I need to understand why that hurt your feelings. I would like to know. Like, so how did that hurt your feelings? How do you feel? Like.
And then sometimes I just turn into the person that say, what you do, I'm gonna do, and then I'll show you. You'll see how it feels. That's how you feel. You get up on that phone. I'm on the phone. You do this. You drink a little. So I'm gonna drink right with you. Now you seem like that. Like I could be just like you.
Yeah.
That's how I play. You want to be like that? I'm copying off of you straight like that. Then you be like. We'll see how it feels.
I'd be like, yeah, this is great. She's just like me. Yes.
Yeah, right. You think so?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Nah.
So Nate, what's the time where you think that it's okay for a man to be, tap into his emotional side?
I mean, it's okay for men to tap into the emotional side. Like you can tap. Men do it. Men should do it often, but like most of us tap into our emotional side when someone dies. Like
that's what I said. That's why I said a death would have to happen.
Yeah, like
said that earlier.
That's basically it. Because, like I said, we was raised to be the hardcore
But it's
person.
like don't cry now, nigga.
Like you know what else makes me cry? I cry when my kids are doing good in sports. Like when I see them doing something, I'm like super proud of them. I'll get that little tear that comes. I'll be like, oh my god, look, he just got another award. This is my baby. Look at him. But
see,
like
you a Gemini, that's it. I'm sorry.
Other than that,
that's just that, Shantae. But I know you know some sensitive guys, like I know as well, that you feel me. They definitely tap into that side. Nate a little strong, like he said. He got problem solver.
I'm trying to say you don't listen to no R&B. You try like
yeah, don't make me cry. R&B make me want to go find my girl in yeah.
I'm not saying it's supposed to make you.
Don't make me cry.
You tap into your soft side.
I be listening to Mary too. I be feeling sad for Mary, but I be like, damn, Mary, you need to find a new man because he fucking you over. Be you?
So it's okay with you that you are not really tapped in. Well, you feel like you tapped into your emotional side.
Yeah, like I tap into it every once in a while. Like if something. Like, of course, if something going on with my family, of course I'm going to be emotional, but I'm not going to be emotional where I'm like I said, there's a difference between being sitting in the corner in tears and then trying to figure out how to help. Like, there's a difference. And I'm not one to just sit around and just cry for no reason, especially like, I know a lot of people get emotional when they can't pay their rent and then they in the house for 2 days crying because they can't pay their rent and they don't know what they're going to do.
Instead of just trying to figure it out.
Instead of just trying to figure it out and move forward and trying to pay their rent. Like, that you wasted 2 days crying. Like, them tears ain't really going to help you out. Like, you better go get some cans. If you was getting cans for them 2 days, you'd be closer to your goal. So, and that's the way I feel about it. So,
I mean, I get that.
Just like with your kids, when you see your kids do something, and they fall down, and they emotionally crying, what do you tell your kids? Get up, you're not dying, let's go. Like, you got to push on. You can't sit there in misery and sorrow.
I have empathy because look, when that little skid mark, I be like, I know it burned. Me, I use different words because I know that shit burned.
And that's my girl. My girl would be like, oh my God, your arm. Oh my God, I know it hurts. Let me soothe it. And I'm the one that's just like, what you want? Alcohol or peroxide? You shouldn't have fell. You shouldn't have fell. You did it. Like,
how about when kids choking though?
Huh?
My son, yo, my
How
son.
about when kids choking? People are like, you all right, you all right. But when you choking, you like, yo,
So even
that shit
with
ain't no
that,
all right. You not all right. I don't care
look,
what nobody's saying, yo. You almost died, yo. And
look,
people be like, you all right.
we went
Pat
out to
his
eat.
back, lift up the
We
arm. No.
we went out to eat yesterday, and my son was playing around. I was like, "Stop playing, stop moving around while you're drinking." So he threw some ice in his mouth and started moving around, and you could just see on his face like he was choking. So like, of course, like we jumped into action and grabbed him, was patting him, and tried to make him spit the ice out. And he spit the ice out, but after that, it was like, "Stop moving. We told you what was gonna happen. Don't do it." Like you can't. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to baby my kids where I'm like, "Oh my
They gotta
God,
learn certain stuff.
yeah, oh my God, you had ice in your mouth. You almost died. Come give me a hug. I would have missed you." No, it's like, look, little
Oh,
nigga,
that's going too deep.
stop putting ice in your mouth while you playing, because you go choke. We just told you this. Sit your ass down.
Look,
That's
Like,
you be ready to kill the kid. As soon as they do something dangerous, like touch the, the socket, you be like, "What the hell is you doing?" Yo, like I'm about, like you about to kill the kids since they about to kill themselves.
yeah, like, not. You trying to die? Look, I'm gonna beat you if you do it again. Like, no, I just tell him, like, this is the lesson. You're learning the lesson now.
This is what's
You can't
gonna
breathe.
happen.
This is what's gonna happen to you. Stop.
After I tell you already a couple of times to stop and you
and your own.
Oh, okay. I'll be like, I'm turning around because I done told you already.
That's like I said, when I tell my kids to stop doing something, they fall and get hurt, and now they got a scab. All I can say to you now is alcohol or peroxide. Which one you want?
Right.
Like, you already know what's gonna happen. So
facts.
My son done walked me over. He done scammed me to come over here to the projects. This where all the kids be at. So like they really no kids his age on our street. So he over here playing with his friends in the projects now. He done made me walk over here. Well, now look, this is me. This is what I'm doing right now. Can y'all see this? I'm sitting on this little ass bike with training wheels while he over there playing with his friends. I got all these. It's like it's 4 adults over there looking at me like I'm crazy right now.
You doing daddy duties?
Oh Jesus!
Well, thank y'all too. Thank y'all for holding it down tonight. I'm a little bit tired, and I feel like I got
time, boo.
I feel like I'm.
I support this show.
I know. I don't know. Like I said, sometimes we just be having our mellow conversations. Sometimes to be turned up. I've been kind of just mentally preparing, getting myself prepared for this weekend and stuff like that. So, you guys, you coming, Nate?
You know I'll be there.
I was just thinking that right in my mind about the thing on Saturday. I'm over here preparing my stuff, girl.
That's right.
Stuff.
Yep. Y'all come out Saturday the 26th. What is it? The Swift Factory on Love Lane in Hartford, Connecticut. Dr. Umar returns. Literacy equals success. Make sure y'all come down.
I'm gonna drop down there. I'm gonna try to drop down there. I should say. See if I can get rid of my kids.
You gonna try to get rid of the kids?
Yeah, I don't want to bring the kids down there with me. So.
Right.
So if I get a babysitter, I'll be down there.
Okay.
All right, and Shantae, hit me up later so we can talk about that Saturday.
Okay. Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna hit you up in a little bit about that. I had a long day today.
I know.
Still not done my day, but I was like, I gotta come on for the show because I did miss last week because it was busy. My baby graduation, my baby going to high school, freaking me out.
Hey, that's where all the drama start. That's where all the drama start. You already know.
She need to stop growing. She already trying to go on dates and all this other stuff, and I'm just like,
what? Little Tracy.
Can we all go to the movies? Why me and my friends can't go to the movies? The trampoline park. I told her that she gonna go to the movies and I'm gonna go to the same movie theater, but I'm gonna sit in a different row. She was so mad.
Hey, that's what our parents used to do. Sit way in the back and watch us. Yep.
If you want to, that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be monitored, but at least you get to go out. At least you get to go somewhere. But
for real, I don't remember doing that at 13.
Nope.
Nah, until you get out, it's not happening.
Yeah, so I'm like, what? I'm like, no, she like, even the trampoline park. I'm like,
Cause they thinking that, cause you know we was kids once, so
for
at the end of the
real.
day, we
That's
already
what
know.
That's when you tell them, look, you're a child and I'm an adult and you need supervision because you are not
And they looking at
you're
other
not there
people's
yet.
kids. All you gotta say is other people's parents might not care about their kids, but see, mine, I care about mine.
Right.
And you're gonna make it till you're 18 without having a baby, all that stuff. I don't care until you buy your own house and your own everything. I'm saying no.
Girl,
Love
for
you.
real, I'm like, I don't care about all of that. She be big mad. I'm like, well,
If I gotta drop you off and I gotta pay for it, I might as well stay.
for
That's the way I
real.
see it.
Me
That's
and
the way I
Nyla
see it.
sit up. Y'all not about to eat salsa. What you think? I was like, y'all kids just they don't even know. They just don't understand. It's just like they just want everything like, oh, I'm supposed to have it like this, or
It's
like
a
they just
wonderful world. Yeah, no, it ain't. Nah, it ain't. It's
they
rules.
trying to just they growing up too quick. I'm like, you still got a whole lifetime ahead of you. Like, relax yourself. It ain't going nowhere. Like, I'm in high school though. I'm
It's
like,
scary. I think I'm still, even when my kids turn 18, I'm gonna still be like, what
You ain't
doing,
grown.
right?
You ain't
Nah.
grown. You ain't got no job.
yo, now it just makes you understand like how your parents was. You just be like, yo, this makes so much sense. Like,
Yeah.
But
Now you
only
see all the
way you
worry.
try to get off of them is if they really get their own car, their own house. That's how you're gonna get away from me, is by doing all those things. If not, no.
yeah, I be telling Tracy like, listen, you still a kid to me. Talking about some you a teenager. I'm like, okay, Ian. I said that's still a kid. Like, what you talking about?
This is how you calm all that down. You just look at your child and go, look, until you can learn how to clean your room and clean the house on your own without telling me that you did it or me telling you have to do it, you ain't grown. Until you can master that, then I can trust you outside in the regular world. But until you master that, no, I'm coming to watch.
For real.
The same way I gotta watch you clean your room is the same way I'm gonna watch you.
I hand across the street. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
How protective I am. Until
No,
the day I
for
ain't gotta
real.
hold your hand across the street, you just made it to adulthood. Other than that, I'm holding your hand all the way up until.
Yeah. She be like the strict mom. I'll be like, whatever. I'll be the strict mom.
You know what I wish we could do stuff like what's that show, Parent Swap, or what is it, House Swap?
Oh,
where we could send our kids to another family and let them live with them for like a day. I wish we could actually do that in like real time, because my son be like, he think he like just getting away with murder. Oh, I can't do this. My friends do this. Oh, I can't get this. My friends got this. His mother gave him $2,000 in V-Bucks. Like, nigga. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I wish I could send you to that family so you can see how they don't care about him, because his son be on the Xbox at 6 o'clock in the morning on a school night, and now he failing all his classes, and that's how you want to be. Can't get out of here.
Yeah, because that's how my daughter be.
They see the fun stuff and think that us type of parents are just so like the worst parents ever, because they see all this other BS not knowing behind the scenes. Like,
well, that's how my daughter be. But she be thinking, like, she be like, Mom, the other people they doing Roblox, Minecraft, this and that and the third. But when she go to other people, because she's into stuff, she be like, do you know the pi digits, or do you know 20 plus 20? But I tell her, the kids can't answer your questions. You feel me? It's the difference between what you know and what they know. You might not know Minecraft and all that, but did you just hear them? They don't even know what's 20 plus 20, my nigga. That's different. So don't look at it as you missing out on stuff in the world, because when you turn 18, that's what I tell her. When you turn, those people ain't gonna have no job, maybe not have no good jobs. You don't know how they're gonna turn out.
Right.
You just need to focus on you.
I'll send my son to somebody's house that's like a real strict Christian and just be like, here you go, have fun, knock yourself out. But Daddy, they don't have a TV.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Have fun. Can I bring my phone? No.
No phone, no electronics, none of that.
You about to pray three times a day. Just you going to church Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday and Thursday. Good luck.
Yo, damn, you had to like 5
Good luck.
Look, one more thing. I remember when I was young, I would always look at this back door. You know when your parent get on you like, you like, yo, I will run away, yo. I would look at the back door, but then I think like, yo, who house am I going over? Where would I go? Like, I ain't got nowhere to go. I never had nowhere to go. I never skipped school, nothing, because like people skip school when everybody is in school. Where the heck is you going after when everybody and their mom is at the school?
To the mall. I used to do it all the time.
I couldn't. It was corny. That's cool. That was so corny to me.
Going to the mall after school.
Skipping school just to go to the mall.
Skipping.
I ran away. I caught myself running away from home twice. The first time, my stepmother was like, if you lose your key, don't come back home. And I lost my key at Camp Current. I lost my key and I was just like, fuck it, I'm not going home. I'm in these streets. And I was just outside. And then they rolled up on me in the car. My father beat me and brought me home. And then the second time I caught myself running away, I ran to my cousin's house because once again, my stepmother was like, she said, if I don't do something, don't come home. And I was like, all right, I'm out. I went to my cousin's house that lived near Charter Road. I was there chilling at a party. And then my father's car pulled up and they was like, sir, your father's outside. And yeah, I already do. When I get home, I was getting beaten and having to work out. So, oh, that looked like it hurt. Look, he done scraped his arm. What you want, baby? Peroxide alcohol.
You got some comments in there?
Look, Kendra said Hartford to see a raggedy boy. Yo, the first time I skipped was with my sister and them. They was younger than, first of all, they younger than me, but they
ready to go?
was a senior, they was a junior maybe, or maybe I was a junior, they was one of them, but they had me skipping with them. We got on a bus and went to Hartford. You know how scared I was? I was like,
we gonna die out here, Hartford. Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, my phone died.
Or to see some boys. I'm trying to tell you.
That's usually what it was. Everybody used to come to Hartford just to see the people that's in Hartford to hang out on the avenue. That was it. For me, that was it. Like, let's go to the Ave. Like, we was in Charter Road. Like, we was running away to the projects. Now, as I'm older, I'm like, why the hell? I had white friends with pools in their backyards. Like,
you want me to run around some backyard jumping fences and shit, getting chased by dogs.
Getting chased by the police on Huntington Street.
Right.
Have to lock myself in a building. I can go into the Ville, like the Ville in Bellevue Square used to be like the hottest spots. Now I'm older. I'm like, man, I don't even want to go to them places now that I'm older. I'm like, the hell?
Right. You thought it was so much fun when you was younger.
So.
What about?
Yes.
Oh, I thought of another trauma, like church trauma.
I'm not even gonna talk about church since Tiffany gave us that great service. I'm not even gonna talk about church, but I got too many church traumas.
Right, exactly. That's real. Church trauma definitely real.
Way too many. Wake up.
That's my mother. That's my mother, so that's my cue for she tried to cuss me out, y'all. She's still running. So we're going to end the show a little bit early tonight. So we got some time. But, yeah, my mom's outside. I got to go.
Show's over. Bye. Got to go.
Show's over. It's like, nah, but you guys, thank you for coming on for real. Thank you, Nate, of course, for coming on. Tiffany, thank you for coming on. You know, my Venus versus Mars family. We will definitely be back next week with another episode. Oh, and today was the 30th episode. So, you know, guys, we almost at the 50th mark.
Come on, baby boy.
Hey, I can't wait. Hey, Dad, what's up? I'm about to get in the car with Mommy, so I'm about to end the show. Thank you to all the fans, the viewers that tune in today. Thank you for listening to us talk about trauma a little bit. You know, the different kind of traumas. Understanding that trauma is not just always deep and dark, that it might be some positive trauma. It just might be trauma that things that happen in our everyday lives. So again, thank you for tuning in, and we will be back next week with another one. Good night, everybody. Bye.